Hello, everybody. Today I want to talk to you all about scale and eyewear. So, whether you are small in scale, average in scale, or larger in scale, this will determine the most flattering size, weight, and texture of both your clothing and eyewear. So, if you are someone who's petite or smaller in scale, you have a smaller bone structure and petite facial features. So, to look proportioned and to ensure your eyewear doesn't overwhelm you, choose fine mid-weight metals or acetates in smaller sizes. Ideally, no wider than the widest point of your face below your brow line. If you like to wear patterns in both clothing and eyewear, smaller in scale is best. And we really want to avoid heavyweight or thick metals and acetates or oversized frames, all of which will overwhelm your smaller, more delicate features. And these same kind of rules can apply for jewellery. Smaller in scale is better than large dramatic statement pieces. And the same with clothes, really. Lighter weight fabrics are better than heavier, chunkier knits and things like that. Okay, so if you are someone who is larger in scale, you're likely to be taller than average and have larger than average hands, feet, and facial features. So, to create balance and harmony, you are going to look much better in clothes and eyewear which reflect your heavier bone structure. So, eyewear in thicker metals or acetates is going to look a lot more proportioned and again should be as wide as the widest point of your face for balance. You want to avoid frames which are too narrow. If you like large, bold patterns and oversized frames, these were made for you. So, if you are larger in scale, what you want to avoid really is rimless or fine metal or narrow frames, as these can appear to add additional weight to your face. And the same kind of rules apply really with clothing. Fabrics in a heavier texture or layering your clothes work best. And if you are average in scale, you are very lucky because really within reason you can do whatever that you want to. So I'm going to use myself as an example here because so my scale is sort of petite to average. So you'll notice in the first picture, my frame is a fine midweight plastic or acetate frame. And this is in balance with my smaller facial size and features. So whilst I'm still, showcasing my dramatic style, which is my personal style, my eyewear is not overwhelming me. So they're allowing me to express myself while still working in harmony and balance with my natural size and scale. Now you'll notice in the second image, the frame is a much thicker acetate and the frame certainly walks into the room, long before I do. And the frame really dominates me and works against my natural scale, which I would prefer to avoid. So now I'm going to use Zoe, our beautiful Zoe, as an example. So Zoe's scale is kind of mid to grand or mid to large. So in the first picture, she's wearing a very fine metal frame, which is actually working against her natural scale. So notice how, because it's very fine, it almost appears to age her and add weight to the cheeks or add weight to the face. Now, the second image in a more heavier weight acetate is much better and showcases really not only Zoe's creative style, but it also just works in balance and harmony with her overall look. Now, I don't want you to confuse heavier looking frames with necessarily with heavier frames to wear, because the frame Zoe is wearing, while having a heavier look about it, is actually a very lightweight, comfortable acetate to wear, which is really, really important in frames, whatever your size and scale. So I really hope you found this useful today. I hope it's helped you. And if you have any questions, please do comment below. Thank you for listening to me.